Good morning. Welcome to Mormormoringa Farms here in Brooksville, Florida. My name is Rebecca. My husband and I, John, are the proud owners of this little bitty family farm where we harvest and produce moringa along with lots of low sugar jams that are all grown right here on our farm. If somebody would have told us 10 years ago we would have given up nursing to own a farm, we probably both would have laughed because we were so busy in the healthcare field being nurses and taking care of patients. We never could have imagined stepping away from that and helping the community to build healthier lifestyles. But that's what our goal here is. We left healthcare to go into agriculture, into the moringa area, especially because we have done so much research, especially since buying the moringa farm, on what the benefits are and what this plant here can do for so many. If we had had this plant ourselves 25 years ago, we might not be having health issues that we have nowadays as we're getting older. This can help to supplement your lifestyle in a more natural way. And that's one of the things I liked about it. But when we bought this farm, we had no idea that we would be spending more time talking to people and educating them on healthier lifestyles and farming and what it can do for you. So that's what part of this video is going to be about. As I start talking to you each week, I'm going to do my best to try and do videos on a weekly basis, maybe a little more often. I'd like to be able to introduce you to not only moringa, but raising healthy chickens, learning how to harvest fresh fruits and making low sugar jams and less salt versions of green beans and things like that that we can. I do a lot of canning here, of course, from my own garden. So that's going to be just something that we work into also. But I also am going to go into full depth as I can on propagating moringa, propagating other plants, why moringa is beneficial, what we use it for and how we use it. I'll show you some ideas that we've done along the way as far as at farmers markets. I'll just give you tips on some of the different ways that you might be able to incorporate moringa and other things into your lifestyle just to give you a little bit better health along the way. After having been in healthcare for over 25 years, my husband and I did a lot of travel healthcare nursing, and he also had a degree in radiology. We saw a lot of the aspects of disease processes that we thought might be less if we could have incorporated healthier ways in the earlier parts of our life. When you think about how, unfortunately, some of these diseases come on slowly over the years, if we possibly could have stopped some of that from happening by making healthier choices when we were younger, it might benefit all of us in the long run. Because as healthcare providers, we saw the disease process take away so many aspects of life that are quality. From diabetes to high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease, all of these things can be frustrating to deal with. But what if we had a way to possibly start earlier in our life to keep a lot of those from happening? So working together, we hope to give you some insight as to things you can do now into your life to incorporate a little healthier living and eating styles that might decrease the need for some of those medications in the future. Maybe if you're pre-diabetic, we can keep you from becoming type 2 diabetics by just giving you some options like low sugar jams or some moringa options, things that you can cook that are less high carbohydrate and high processed sugars. Things like that. That's kind of what our goals are about, and that's what we hope to do with this video. We want to be able to just show you what we do here on the farm. Nothing we do here is going to be a medical diagnosis. It's not going to be a treatment plan, and we do not make any disclaimers that we're going to cure or treat any diseases. We're just going to tell you what we've done as two older adults who've worked in the field of healthcare and now in agriculture to try and incorporate some of these natural products more into our lifestyle, whether it be growing some of our own fruits and vegetables, whether it be fresh eggs right from the farm, and yes, my roosters are kind of keeping up with us there, aren't they? Whether it be just eating more fresh fruit instead of canned fruit. Things like that that can help you and help us, all of us, as we get older, maybe teach our kids new habits. And these are just some of the things that we'll go through in some of these videos as we go around. So if you're actively looking for a way to incorporate healthier choices into your lifestyle, whether it just be learning more about how to cook safer foods for you and your family, or how to grow a tomato plant on your apartment back porch, whatever it is. Maybe we can give you some tips that'll help you get to that notion. We are just here for education. That's all I want to do, is provide with you the ability to take control of your own healthcare status, the ability for you to work together with your family and your doctors to possibly find healthier ways to get by on a daily basis. We're going to spend a lot of time just walking around the farm. Excuse me, but I'm talking. Walking around the farm. We won't spend a whole lot of time in this area because it is very hard for me to fight over the roosters. But here at Mormormoringa, we are down here in Florida, like I said. We are a small farm that does produce, our main goal is moringa. We make everything from capsules to powders to teas and to natural soaps with no colors or dyes. We also have fresh fruit jams. We've got mulberries, we've got nectarines, we've got elderberry jam or jelly, beautyberry jelly. So we spend a lot of time working with those. And because I'm diabetic, always wanted my jams to have less sugar. So I made sure that as I learned the canning process from my mom, that instead of using the high sugar content, we use a low sugar for all of our jams and jellies, which make them more diabetic safe. And they are a whole lot less sugar than you'll ever find in any jams on the counter. About 1/5. Most of them have less than 4 grams of sugar per tablespoon. So it's definitely something to look into, is kind of get an idea to keep our eating habits just a little bit better. But as we go about looking at the farm and learning more about the farm, you are definitely open to subscribing. Follow me. Jump on our website, mormormoringa.net, or any of that kind of stuff that you need to. Find more information. I do have blogs, I have recipes, and I love to get recipes. So if you're a smoothie fan, whether you use moringa or not, if you're a smoothie person and you like making really nice tasting smoothies, I would love for you to comment below and send me some of those smoothie recipes. I'm not a smoothie fan. I've not been able to make one that I really like yet. So if you can help me with some flavors to try, I would love to. And then that way, maybe I can incorporate those with my moringa powder in the morning and see if I can get some better smoothie tastes for myself, so that when I'm telling you to make a smoothie, I know what I'm talking about. Or if by chance you have some great recipes for jams and things like that, let me know. I would love to see that below. If you have questions, please don't hesitate. You can always hit those comments below also. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that I can. So just so you know, we're not here to make opinions for you or to try and change your mind about how you eat or how you live. We're just here to show you some things that worked for us, give you some educational options that we found worked better for us. That doesn't mean we're pushing anything towards you. We don't want to make anybody believe that what they're doing is right or wrong, because it's not. And like I said, this is not medical advice in any way, shape, or form. This is just something we've learned by trial and error. And if you have questions and you want to learn how to grow moringa, how to take moringa, what some of the options are, and how it's beneficial, we'll be covering all of that in this video. And as you can see, I do like to do a lot of gardening and a lot of preparation for propagation for my own garden and for things like that. And we'll do kind of a span. Oh, I just fucked that up, didn't I?